chaps, and welcome back. Now, some of this is going to be all out of whack, but I don't think it matters. It's going to be a real short one. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I'm letting you know what I've been tinkering with. I have been gallivanting around, and I have to give a massive shout out to Car Parts Plus, which is in Lonsdale, as hand on my heart, the single best automotive parts store you could ever go to, especially if you love your old cars. I was able to get parts for this Gemini off the shelf. I walked in there and Shane's like, "Oh, you're back?" I said, yeah. And I said, "I need a Gemini distributor, cap, rotor button, and points." And he goes, "Do you think we're going to have that on the shelf?" And I went, "I suspect you will." And he did. Come on. It's pretty good. So yeah, I bought a battery. I'm using old fuel, but you know, there's no use anywhere else. So just some light tinkering, and then might not even be that good. It's just me test firing it, so I'll see how we go. So I've just replaced the points, which I don't know if you can't see them, but they're, I'll zoom in. That's not good, and the fact you can see through it, also not good. They're absolutely bin material. Condenser, I don't know, not in great condition. Rotor button, I never really have issues with rotor buttons. Basically you just clean them and they go again. And the cap certainly had a bit of junk on it, but you know, 9 times out of 10, if your classic car won't start, it's these guys. Especially if you got fuel. You only need fuel, air and spark. Coils hardly ever die. They do die, but they're very rare. But most times if it's points ignition, that's where your problem will be. And I took one look at them and went, not even going to bother trying any further, because I just know they're toasted. Okay, on to the next bit where we try and start it. Now, no joke, I just was like, turn the key, and I'd probably just put fuel in it yesterday. I've just done the leads around the right way, the power cord, should I say, around the right way. Put a new cap, rotor button, condenser, points, and obviously, well, that's hooked up. I had fuel in that yesterday and put the leads on, and it literally went boom. So there's still fuel in the carburetor, and I don't know what it's going to do. This is probably going to be, now it's on camera, it's not going to do anything, but hopefully there might be some fuel in it. Right, filled the float bowls. Can we get a little bit of time out of it? It's probably going to be flooded, isn't it? Nearly. More throttle. A little bit more. See what this does. Could be the timing out. Bugs coming out of everywhere. and she's out of fuel in the carburetor because I don't have any fuel system hooked up. I've just been filling it up from the vent tubes. That was some of the best money I spent today, because that's the wiring loom out of another Gemini from You Steal It, or You Pull It, and it had the wires that weren't sunbaked to shit still hooked to a coil, so I was able to work it out. All of my issues I had yesterday with it was not being able to figure out where the wires go, because everything is crispified. So this length of wire that goes to the distributor, that was also crispy, couldn't tell what it was. That's been my biggest issue with this car. That is the original engine and transmission for this car with only 50 something thousand miles or kilometers or whatever it is, but I could not get it to run because it's sat for so long with the bonnet off, and all of the wiring is very, very crispy and faded. So I've had to really look hard at the wiring. I did buy a battery. Obviously the fan blade is all sun damaged, and there is another one for it. There's a spider saying, maybe this isn't the best home now. So I won't be working on this car forever, but I did not want to be beaten, because when this car turned up it had no motor, no trans. I think it was going to be turned into a burnout car. So somebody had taken the motor out umpteen bajillion years ago, left it in the grass near it. Luckily the bloke I got it off still knew where it was, so we went and got it, and somehow by some miracle it still ran. Well, still turned over, so I was like, good enough for me. If it turns over, it's going to run. Not always the case, but normally is. So then I got another engine, real cheap, and it had the manifolds on it, because when I got this engine it didn't have the manifolds on it, so I had to get another engine for the manifolds, and it came with a distributor and all the bits and accessories that this one was missing. So the original motor and trans with the inlet and exhaust and distributor off another engine all thrown together, and now this is a Falcon coil, new leads, not these leads, but wiring, carburetors off a different Gemini again. So this thing is a true pile of parts in close formation. But I think that is a bit of a win. At the moment, this is all I'm tinkering with. I have other things in the works, so if you people follow along, I did actually go look at something today which could be really, really good and really, really bad. Don't know yet. See how the cards fall. But I did not want this thing to beat me. I don't like having a car beat me. Oh, I was able to go to ASR in Lonsdale. You got ASR, which is Auto Salvage Recycling, which is next door to You Pull It, and in there they had a Gemini, and I was able to get this piece of wiring off it, which is something ridiculous, but this car was missing it, so I couldn't power up any of the accessories in the car to make anything work. So I needed that piece, and I needed that piece, and yeah, it's just been quite a struggle to put back together a car that somebody else took apart and lost all the bits for. But I mean, somebody bid on this at the auction, they couldn't work out how to get it, so this car almost ended up at You Pull It. So I had to not yell at Dad, but I had to say, go down there and get that car back. It's too good to send to scrap. And I assure you, it was headed for the wreckers. It was on the windscreen. There's all the stuff. Hold, do not touch. So that's You Pull It's writing. So it'd been down there for like half a day, and I said, get your ass down there and get it back. Which you can do. There is a cooling off period when you send cars to You Pull It. So luckily we were able to get it back. Stressful. The only downside is in the cleanup to get rid of the place, you know, the car was gone, and he put the exhaust on the bin and got sent to scrap, or somebody picked it up. So I do need to try and hunt down a Gemini exhaust, or at least the downpipe with the flange and flare, so that this thing can actually have some kind of quiet. There is 2 tail shafts in here, and there's the other fan, so I do need to hunt down another headlight bucket. I don't know if that's the left or the right one, but I mean, we're not going to work on this car forever, but my goal is to try and get it to at least start on the key, and move under its own power before it leaves my tutelage. But that's how we're going with it. So see you around, chaps.